Hello, friend. It's Siri. Today's episode is a little different. This is not a teaching in the usual sense. It is a meditative journey through lineage, through story, through the living light of Reiki. So much of Reiki cannot be fully understood through explanation alone. It is felt. It is received. It moves through hands, breath, memory, devotion, and presence. In this minisode, I invite you to listen with your whole body. Let the story of Reiki meet you slowly. Let it remind you that healing does not begin with becoming someone new. So often it begins with remembering the light that has always been moving through you. As we prepare for our upcoming 1st and 2nd degree Reiki certification retreat this September in Depot Bay, Oregon, I want to offer this story again as a doorway into lineage, a doorway into the hands, a doorway into the quiet knowing that maybe this work has been calling you for longer than you realized. Give yourself a breath. Let your shoulders soften, and let's begin. Welcome to the Authentic Creative, where we expand our capacity to feel good one deep breath, one bold choice, and maybe a little bit of magic at a time. I'm Siri Baruch Thornton, healer, creative, and lifelong explorer of all things energy, self-expression, and joy. With over 26 years of experience in Reiki, Akashic Records, and transformational breathwork, I've learned that feeling good is not a luxury, it's a practice. And sometimes it's a little messy. This podcast is here to help you trust your intuition, break the rules, the ones that need breaking, and live more fully in your gifts. So give yourself a deep breath, get cozy, and let's dive in. Welcome, dear one. Give yourself a moment to arrive. You can let your shoulders soften, let your jaw unclench, let your breath deepen into your belly. This is a sacred telling, a remembering. You are about to be guided through a story that lives not just in books, but in breath and body and spirit. The story of Reiki, of the light that has traveled through generations to reach your hands. If you can, lie down, close your eyes, let the sound be medicine. Let the silence between the words speak to you. This is more than a history. This is a transmission. The story of Reiki's awakening. Dr. Mikao Usui was the head of a Christian boys' school in Japan toward the end of the 19th century. One Sunday, his students asked, "Do you believe Jesus healed?" He said, "Yes." "Then show us," they said. "Heal someone who is blind, heal a cripple, walk on water." He couldn't, but that moment stirred something inside him, a holy longing. He made a vow to discover the truth, how these secret healings were done. He came to America and studied in Chicago, immersing himself in the Bible, Christianity, philosophy, and the sacred texts of other great religions. Still, he could not find the method. No instructions remained for how Jesus had healed. He returned to Kyoto and turned his devotion toward Buddhism. He studied in monasteries, asked the monks, "Did the Buddha heal?" They answered, "It is written." He studied all he could in Japanese, then learned Chinese, and read the sutras again. Then Sanskrit, one of the oldest written languages on earth. In the ancient Sanskrit sutras, he found sacred symbols, fragments of an energetic language, a key. But the meaning wasn't yet whole. So he climbed Mount Kurama. He prepared to fast and meditate for 21 days. He brought with him 21 stones to mark the days, throwing one away each morning at dawn. He read, he chanted, he prayed, he meditated. On the 21st day, he saw a blinding light. A ball of white light hurtled toward him and struck his forehead. He fell backward, unconscious. In that in-between space, he saw bubbles, millions of bubbles, rainbow-colored, dancing. A white screen appeared, and then golden letters. The sacred symbols from the sutras now alive. One by one, they came and disappeared. As each one arrived, he understood their meaning, the energy, the medicine, the use. And he heard 3 words, all the same. Remember, remember, remember. When he awoke, it was day. He stood. He felt strong, not hungry, filled with light. Walking down the mountain, he stubbed his toe, ripping the nail. Blood, pain. Instinctively, he placed his hand over his foot. A warm energy surged. The pain stopped. The bleeding slowed. When he looked, the nail was whole again. This was the first miracle. Then he encountered a young girl with a terrible toothache. He asked permission to place his hands over her face. Minutes later, her pain dissolved. She smiled. This was the second miracle. Her grandfather, grateful, fed him a meal. She said, "This monk makes magic." Usui had fasted for 21 days, but he ate joyfully with no discomfort. That was the third miracle. He walked 17 miles back to the monastery and found the abbot bedridden with arthritis. Dr. Usui placed his hands on the abbot's body and shared his experience. The pain lifted. The abbot stood up, full of energy. He felt alive. He felt good. It was amazing. This was the fourth miracle. He said, "This is Reiki." That night, Dr. Usui slept deeply and peacefully, despite the intensity of all that had occurred. Another miracle. He called the energy Reiki. Rei, meaning universal or divine. Ki, meaning life force energy. Reiki, divinely guided life force energy. Dr. Usui taught many students. Among them was Dr. Churo Hayashi, a former naval officer and medical doctor. Hayashi opened a Reiki clinic in Tokyo and organized the hand positions and treatment protocols we use today. He brought structure to the practice, allowing it to be shared and practiced widely. In the early 1930s, a woman named Takata traveled from Hawaii to Japan seeking healing. She was ill and preparing for surgery. At Hayashi's clinic, she received daily Reiki sessions. Slowly, her symptoms disappeared. She pleaded to be trained. Initially, she was turned away. She was a woman, and she was not Japanese. But she persisted. Dr. Hayashi eventually agreed. He trained her, initiated her, attuned her. Takata returned to Hawaii and began practicing Reiki, quietly at first. Over time, her reputation grew. She dedicated her life to the practice. Before her passing in 1980, she had initiated 22 Reiki masters. One of them was John Harvey Gray, a World War II veteran and spiritual seeker. John became the longest actively practicing Reiki master in the West. He taught over 900 classes and attuned more than 15,000 students. One of his students was Libby Barnett, a medical social worker at Massachusetts General Hospital. Libby brought Reiki into hospitals and hospices. She co-wrote Reiki Energy Medicine, a foundational text still used around the world. She has trained over 14,000 students and continues to share Reiki with clarity and grace. Another student of John's was Krieger, a devoted teacher in Vermont who helped bring Reiki to Russia after the fall of communism. She taught in Burlington and beyond, offering gentle, powerful healing and igniting a movement across cultures and borders. Among Karen's students was Christine Fee, a woman searching for relief from chronic migraine headaches. Reiki didn't just heal her, it became very much her path for many years. Christine trained deeply, co-taught with Karen, and eventually opened her own Reiki center in Vermont. Her home became a sanctuary of light. Hundreds of students passed through her door, among them her daughter, Siri Baruch Thornton. At the time, Siri Carbaruch. Siri was raised in Reiki. As a teenager, her mother's hands were always a source of calm, of peace, of warmth. She began teaching with her mom in Vermont, then in Los Angeles. Today, she continues the lineage, attuning others, guiding them through the sacred teachings, and holding space for transformation through retreats, sessions, and community offerings. The light passes now to you. Now you are here. You are being invited into this living lineage. If you have not yet received your attunements, this story prepares the soil. The initiation will open the channel. After that, the light, the lineage, flows through you. If you are already attuned, let this story settle as a deep remembering. You are part of something vast and beautiful. You are the next steward. The light lives in your palms. The energy lives in your breath, in your heart. The baton is being passed through your devotion, through your intention, through your loving hand. Give yourself a breath. May Reiki meet you where you are. May it soothe what aches, awaken what's dormant, and strengthen what's true. May you offer it freely and receive it fully. May your life be a vessel of peace, This is your lineage. This is your remembrance. This is your time. Welcome to the path. Welcome home. And if you're feeling the call to go deeper, to be initiated into this lineage, and you're listening before a certification, before choosing to receive the attunement that unlocks your hands and heart, then I warmly invite you to join me, if you haven't already, for an upcoming Reiki certification experience. Whether you're ready for your first degree or you're returning for the full first and second degree Reiki certification, this is your invitation to root into a lifelong practice of healing and empowerment. These gatherings are intimate, intentional, and infused with unconditional love. You'll leave attuned, confident, empowered, connected to your intuition, to your lineage, and to your own healing path. To learn more and to save your spot, email Siri at sageandblushwellness.com. Message me on social media. I would be honored to welcome you. The light is ready to meet you, and I am too. Keep expanding your capacity to feel good, one breath at a time. Thank you for listening. I hope this story meant something tender and true in you. Reiki is not just a method to learn. It is a relationship, a remembering, a practice of becoming available to the love, intelligence, and steadiness that already lives beneath the noise. If this episode stirred something in you, honor that. You do not have to know exactly what it means yet. Sometimes the first step is simply noticing that your body leaned in, that your heart softened, that something in you recognized the invitation. Our upcoming first and second degree Reiki certification retreat will be held September 27th through 30th in Depot Bay, Oregon. We will gather in an intimate oceanfront home for Reiki training, attunements, hands-on practice, evening sound baths, incredibly nourishing catered meals, ocean walks, eagle and whale watching, restoration, and meaningful connection. There are only 3 to 6 spaces available. You can find the details on my homepage at sageandblushwellness.com. Email me directly, Siri at sageandblushwellness.com, or connect with me on Instagram at Siri Baruch Thornton. And if someone comes to mind while you listened, someone who might need this story, this softness, this remembering, this power, I would love for you to send this to them. And until next time, keep expanding your capacity to feel good, one breath at a time. Loving you. And if today's conversation stirred something in you, here are a few ways we can go deeper together. So the Authentic Creative Podcast, where you are now, make sure that you're subscribed so you don't miss more conversations like this. And if you loved this one, share it with a friend who needs to hear it. One-on-one work for private Reiki, breathwork, Akashic sessions where we can go right into your unique medicine. You can connect with me directly. Reach out to me once again. Thank you for being here, for listening, for expanding your capacity to feel good alongside me. I'm sending you love, and I can't wait to connect again soon. Loving you.